If you're Asian American, I have an important message to tell you, and your parents aren't going to like it. If you're concerned at all about how Asian Americans are represented in media, there's only one thing you should do. Become an actor, or a screenwriter, or a producer, or a movie or TV executive. Okay, that's like 5 things. Let me explain. Last week, an Associated Press analysis of diversity in television, where sadly but true, many Americans form most of their opinions from, reported that TV network shows have less than 2.6% of Asian American characters. But instead of boring you with statistics, let me give you a personal timeline of how it's been for me since I've been taking a crack at this business for the last 3 decades. It's the 70s. Bruce Lee makes Enter the Dragon and solidifies himself as a legend. After his death, American audiences craved a worthy replacement and realized that it's not that easy. Now, I'm about as far away as being stereotypically Asian as it gets. I barely speak Korean, I flunked algebra twice, but on the very few occasions I actually have an audition, I'm asked if I know Kung Fu or if I can do it with an Asian
accent.
Then the 80s come and Long Duck Dong comes with it.
What's happening, hot stuff?
Now, don't get me wrong, I grew up with John Hughes movies and pretty much loved all of them. And I even still say things like, automobile, lake, big lake. And even though Long Duck Dong was iconic and an incredibly funny character, it still doesn't mean that it didn't hurt. It did affect how people saw me. I did get a lot of ching chong to my face from ignorant strangers as I grew up, and even though LDD, as I like to call him, maybe wasn't the reason I experienced ridicule and racism, it still didn't help. Then there was the 90s. I thought maybe now would finally be my time to get some TV or movie action. After all, I now had years of training and experience under my belt. I went to a performing arts high school and I performed my own one-woman show and did a lot of plays. But in the age of Friends, where oddly there were no Asian friends, well, probably because it took place in New York, things were still a little bass-ackwards. At least there was In Living Color, and that actually gave me a real positive hope for the future. I mean, here was a diverse group of talented, funny actors making jokes that everyone could get with. And then the aughts came, or as I like to call them, what they ought to have been. I finally started working fairly regularly, but mostly one-liners here and there, and I was and still am often told that I'm so lucky because although there are fewer parts for me, there's less competition because there are less Asian actors out there. The even worse thing I hear is that there are very few talented Asian American actors out there, and that's why we don't get cast.
Oh shit.
Here's the reason why there's so few Asian American actors and coincidingly so few parts. Number 1. It's your parents' fault. They told you you have to be some sort of lawyer or doctor or scientist or entrepreneur or else you'll hold the family to shame. Sure, they may be looking out for your future, but they're not looking out for the future of our paisanos, which, sorry to say, is bigger than you. If all you care about is being rich, then I say go for it. But if somewhere in your heart you really want to be an actor, do it. You have one life, and your parents are right. You probably won't be rich. In fact, you'll probably be broke. But if you're good and you work really hard and you fight and you persevere and you train and you never give up and you really, really want it, who knows, maybe you'll find bigger success than your wildest dreams. Number 2, not enough practice. Let's say I'm a clog maker. You know, clogs. And let's say I'm the best clog maker in Holland and then I decide to move to Kentucky. Do you think I might lose my talent of clog making if I don't get the chance to actually make them? I mean, can a surgeon still be good if he doesn't get the practice of cutting up people? So now you have a lot of unpracticed actors who aren't getting work because there aren't any jobs for them. And then people turn around and blame them for not being good enough. How is that right? Number 3, there's not enough of us in entertainment with power. So if you don't want to be an actor and you still want to make a difference, how about writing or producing or directing, or better yet, become a TV or movie executive and really create change. Be the person that helps to greenlight projects and choose the ones that are diverse. It does matter. How we're represented in media trickles down to how we're treated in society. And on a very deep subconscious level, how much we're represented in media correlates to how worthy and accepted we feel in a country that we belong to just as much as anyone else. And finally, people in this industry have often told me that Asian Americans don't really care about seeing other Asian Americans on the screen, and we know that's not true. If you want to see more Asian Americans in Hollywood, you must support Asian American filmmakers and television projects that include us. Hollywood follows the dollar, and until they truly believe that we'll pay to see our own faces on the screen in major roles, they'll keep using us only as background actors or in small one-line parts, or as characters who don't have fully developed lives but are only there to support others who do. Thanks for watching, and I wish you the best of luck for whatever you decide to do.
California.